This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good night, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for January 25, 2023. And in the news tonight, Kingston man charged for murder of nursing student. The police have charged a man in connection with a fatal gun attack on a female nursing student along Mitchell Street, Kingston 16 earlier this month. 21-year-old contractor Romario Walters, otherwise called Antsman, was charged on Tuesday with murder, illegal possession of firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition. His court date is yet to be set. Nursing student 31-year-old Kimberly Jones of Mitchell Street, Kingston 16, was shot and killed on January 11. The police report that about 7:15 p.m., Jones was walking along the roadway when she was pounced upon by Walters and another man who opened gunfire, hitting her multiple times. She was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead. On Tuesday, January 17, Walters, who is of Jacques Street, Mountain View, Kingston 2, was arrested during an operation. He was subsequently charged on Tuesday, January 24, following an interview in the presence of his attorney. Clarendon man charged for shop break-in. The police in Clarendon have charged a man in relation to a robbery at a shop in Palmer's Cross. He is 22-year-old Carl Barnes, a driver assistant who has been charged with a shop break-in and a larceny. A date for him to appear in court is yet to be set. The Maypen police report that about 4:30 a.m. on Saturday, January 21, the complainant was informed that her shop window was open. Upon her arrival at the location, she saw two men walking away from the premises, according to the police. She alerted an off-duty cop who pursued Barnes, the police report. He was caught and taken into custody. Following an investigation into the incident, Barnes, who is of a Palmer's Cross address, was charged after he underwent a question-and-answer session in the presence of his attorney. The other men are currently being sought by the police. St. Anne security guard charged over break-in. The police in St. Anne have charged a security guard in connection with a break-in at a house in Dumpgate Priory. Charged with burglary and larceny is a 31-year-old Sakada Shelley, otherwise called Goosey, of Priory in the parish. The police say the incident happened on Saturday, January 21. The St. Anne's Bay police report that about 12:10 a.m., the complainant returned home and noticed that his house was broken into. He reportedly later saw Shelley entering his house, and after calling out to him, he ran. A report was made to the police, an investigation was launched, and Shelley was arrested. A question-and-answer session was held in the presence of his attorney, and he was subsequently charged. His court date is being finalized. Teen boy allegedly held with ammo and scissors at hospital charged. The police have charged a 14-year-old boy who was allegedly held with a bag containing ammunition and a pair of scissors while at a corporate area hospital. He was charged on Tuesday with unauthorized possession of ammunition and unauthorized possession of an offensive weapon. A court date for him is being finalized. The Denham Town police report that about 4:30 p.m., the teen was assisted to the hospital and a bag in his possession was taken from him. According to the police, his bag was searched and the 2 rounds of ammunition and the 4 pair of scissors were discovered. A report was made to the police and the teen was arrested and subsequently charged following a question-and-answer session in the presence of his attorney. Health facilities urged to consistently monitor infection prevention and control measures. Administrators of public health facilities have been advised to monitor infection prevention and control measures and fix deviations when they occur. The charge has come from Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Beseso McKenzie following Tuesday's release of a summary of the report from the Pan American Health Organization on the bacterial outbreak that resulted in the death of a dozen newborns at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital last year. Dr. Beseso McKenzie says the report has highlighted a breakdown in consistency practices which is likely happening in other facilities. She says it is the Health Ministry's responsibility to ensure the necessary resources are available to health practitioners to effectively carry out their duties.
But consistency is what we are saying, that we need to be consistent in these matters. We cannot afford to let down our guard. Because yes, we want the public to be confident in knowing that things like basic cleaning are carried out in the facilities. This is something that we consider to be a big problem. And as I said, this is why we would have brought in from across the hospitals, across the country, all of the persons in senior management to say that these gaps should not happen. They have to be consistent. So everybody has to step up in terms of their practices, making sure that these gaps don't exist or narrowing them as much as we can. But we certainly have to work with the regions and the hospitals to increase the monitoring and the number of audits that are done. Certainly, when we have situations like this that happen, then we would focus on that particular area and increase audits in those areas. Our chief nurse would have indicated to me yesterday that we have 300 new graduates that we are conducting interviews now. So we're hoping to boost that cadre, and we're hoping that they will stay for longer and may not even turn to migration as we move to increase the conditions under which they work and the conditions generally in the hospital.
Teachers to vote February 3 on wage offer. Teachers are to vote on February 3 on the wage offer from the Ministry of Finance under the new compensation scheme. The Jamaica Teachers Association began island-wide sensitization sessions on Tuesday in St. Ann, Portland, and St. Mary. Speaking with the news at the conclusion of the meeting at Marcus Garvey Technical High School, JTA President Lysandra Harrison said the feedback from teachers will determine the association's response to the Finance Ministry.
The teachers have heard for themselves, which was an objective on our part, for each teacher to have the opportunity to come and hear for him or herself what is on offer, and for them to now go ruminate, for them to reflect on same, even and very importantly pray, and then instruct their delegate as to how it is that individual ought to vote when that time comes on February 3rd of next week. Our colleague raised that on the floor. It has not missed us at all. We do not live in a bubble, as I would have. So we are fully aware, and we're not begrudging of what the nurses are receiving at all. They work very hard. But equally, when it is that you compare in terms of training and the length of time in training and who offsets the cost for that training, you know, certainly can't be less than what it is that the nurses are getting. And currently, it is being pitched that the trained graduate is getting $300,000 less than where the RN1 nurse starts. That is unacceptable, as you would certainly have heard our colleagues echoing today.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.